Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Meets Vodka. I'm your host, Raya, and I'm handling life one shot at a time. Sit back, relax, let's talk all things pop culture, celebrities, gossip, trends, and let's become best friends. What? I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking. Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I've been a little preoccupied in my little love bubble. Sue me. But guess what? Now we're back. We're back on our grind. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like a little sick. By a little sick, I just mean that I've been constantly like chatting my ass off, like yapping, just certified yapper. Between clients, friends, going out, whatever. Haven't gotten a lot of sleep and literally just constantly talking. So my voice is a little hoarse. She's a raspy girl. What does Jojo Siwa say? Oh, she's raspy today. Yeah, well, that's me. So, okay, so announcements. I'm so excited. I've been cross-promoting. I know if you guys have missed me on Coffee Meets Vodka, you can catch me on other people's podcasts. I was on Bella Talks TV a couple of weeks ago. On September 26th, I'll be on Her Opinion podcast, which is local here in Houston. And I'm super excited about that. I'll be posting in the show notes and everything like that. And it's just kind of nice to get, into my creator bag realm era. Anyways, so was doing that. So if you missed me, it will be out. Feel free to subscribe and listen to their podcast as well as mine. You can catch Coffee Meets Vodka anywhere you get podcasts, on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. The visuals are great. I personally have been told that I'm really animated. So if you're not watching on YouTube, you might want to give that a whirl. Some other updates. King Roscoe, he's doing so well with his heartworm treatment. I'm a nervous wreck because he's literally supposed to be a statue, a vegetable. Has he been? No. Has he been running amok? Not too terribly. So I've tried hemp treats. He's on trazodone. They're not really working that well. So I'm gonna go to the vet and get some more medicine because we don't want anything to happen to poor little Roscoe. I would be so gutted. So please continue to pray for him. Keep him in your prayers. Keep me in your prayers so I can be sane and strong for him because I literally, I'm not doing well. And I feel like I'm failing. And I feel like I'm just not doing well with the heartworm treatment. He's fine. And also I feel so bad because I feel like he's feeling better. And I mean, I know it doesn't work that instantaneously, right? It's going to take, I think, a year technically for him to be heartworm negative. But I do think he can probably breathe better, might have more energy. And like, he had this cough for 5 years and we did a month of doxycycline. So they kill the parasites that are on the parasite, AKA heartworms. And his cough went away. And I'm sure for the first time in 5 years, he can finally like breathe or whatever. And he doesn't bark. And maybe that's why he doesn't bark. Do big dogs bark? I don't really think they bark anyways. But, so please support the show. Donate to the show if you want with the link in the bio. Everything's linked on the link tree. So if you want to donate to the show or at least subscribe, share with us. I love to repost. Literally, the views, downloads, sharing with your friends means so much. Follow us on social media as well at coffee.meets.vodka. And that way, that would be the best way to support Roscoe. Or if you're needing real estate, I'm your girl. I can buy, sell, commercial, farm, land, leases, anything that you want. I'm your girl. I can help you out. We can figure out which route is best for you. And I know that's a weird plug. Shameless plug, because the treatment is really expensive. And I just can't forgive those people for neglecting him so hard. How do you get a puppy from Humane Society to then keep them outside and neglect them for 4.5 years? That just doesn't make sense to me. He only got his first round of shots, maybe even second round of shots that they did at Humane Society. So since 2019, he hasn't been vaccinated since 2021. So I guess he got like a couple of rounds and then wasn't vaccinated since 2021. So didn't have any vaccines, no heartworm prevention, any of that stuff. And that stuff is just so important. And also, I don't know about you, and I know they always say like heartworm treatment is like, or heartworm prevention is really important. It is really important, especially if you live somewhere in the South, like Louisiana, especially Houston, especially Florida, somewhere where it's like really muggy and humid. They only get heartworms from mosquitoes. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. Basically, mosquitoes will transfer it through the blood, but and a lot of bigger dogs with short hair get them, especially outside dogs, because the longer the hair, the harder it is for the mosquitoes to bite. Which makes sense. I don't know if you guys knew that, and I'm just, kind of dumb, but that was a little lore for you. So it's just really important. Even if your dog's an inside dog, but you guys go on walks and stuff, like those mosquitoes are crazy. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I come in from outside and have like a million bites. Like, where the fuck did that come from? So it's happening to your little fur babies too. So please just make sure they're on heartworm prevention. Um, Also, a side note, there's a lot of good affordable clinics around Houston that I know specifically, and I'm sure I could also find some in LA since I live there too. But please get your dog vaccinated. If you need help, please let me know. There's a great, not I don't know if it's nonprofit, but there's a great low cost clinic on Durham and I-10. It's a street in Houston. If you're not from here, that's okay. But it's called SNAP. Spay, neuter, and protection, I think is what it stands for. Anyways, it's called SNAP. I'm not even kidding you. I think we got like 15 shots that day because I literally loaded his ass up. 150 bucks. 150 bucks. I was like kid in a candy store. They were like, do you want to add this for $15? Yeah, I do. Because at the regular vet, like one shot is like 300 bucks. So just, if you need help, there's definitely affordable clinics. There's also those vans that come around, the mobile vet clinics that will do that once a month to come and get vaccines for your dogs. So just look out for those in your neighborhood as well. There's not like a specific company, but there are some vans, like mobile vet clinics that will come. I went to an event the other night with Nunu from Her Opinion podcast. And it was so much fun. It was with CEO Bays, and she was on the panel talking about entrepreneurship and influencing and podcasting. And she also has volleyball clinics here in Houston. So she was giving her spiel on that. There was a couple other girls. One was 22-year-old fashion designer. Oh my God, big dreams. What was I doing at 22? Living my life, shaking my ass on tables. Honestly, mostly sober. Like, I just have a lot of energy, okay? Leave me alone. There was a couple of other girls just talking about how they started their business and everything like that, and kind of when the next step is to like hire employees or like grow your business. So it was really insightful. Follow them. They have events all around Houston that, for like influencer meetups and just like girls meetups, and not everybody was an influencer there. I met a couple doctors, nurse practitioner, another fashion designer. Literally, like it was a mixture of everything. So I really liked it. I also met, like I said, I mentioned the doctors. I'm going to have them on the podcast at some point. One of them, I don't want to give away like too many details, but one of them was on Married at First Sight. So she's going to lend a lot of insight, just relationship therapy, and things like that. And I have a huge plan for us. So I hope it comes to fruition. I think it will. So we will be getting that on the books hopefully soon. And I'm very excited. I just love connecting with people and love connecting with other artists and like-minded people and entrepreneurs and stuff. I always say I didn't choose the entrepreneurial life. It chose me because as a girly, I love stability. I feel like you probably wouldn't really get that in my like day-to-day life. It's pretty chaotic, but I do not like instability. And the irony is that entrepreneurship is super risky, and there's not sometimes you never know when you're gonna get paid, and I'm always living on that prayer, baby. So on that note, this is not a paid ad or sponsored, but I do use Rocket Money and I love them. I have been ignoring the emails. You have 7 bills due this week. Oh my God, why do I have 7 bills? I feel like that's a lot. I also feel like maybe that's not that much. I don't know, but leave me alone. You guys, the other day, the funniest thing happened to me. This is like a couple weeks ago. And if you follow me on Instagram, you already know this story, but I lost my Roku remote to my living room TV like weeks ago. And my housekeeper just found it. And I was like, oh my God, where did you find that? she was like, it was in the couch. And I was like, oh, I thought I looked in the couch. I guess I'm blind. And she was like, yeah, you are. Love that for me. But long story short, I really didn't watch TV in the living room for like 2 weeks. And everybody was like messaging me. Like 3 or 4 people were like, oh, there's like a Roku app, app for that. I don't know why Apple stopped with that commercial. There's an app for that. But that is pretty catchy. But I did download the Roku remote. But, I was thinking, no one was worried that I lost the Roku remote for 2 weeks and that I might have signs. If you heard that, that's my obnoxious ash dryer, dude. I don't know how to turn it off. That scares me. That little buzz. Child. Anyways, no one was concerned that I might have like early onset dementia. And according to 23andMe, I'm going to have like early onset Alzheimer's. And I just know like mine would definitely be from stress. Like, unfortunately, both my grandmas died from dementia. And one of them on my dad's side, light of my life, absolutely stress induced. Absolutely stress induced. So I am and on that health journey note, I am trying to take care of myself. I am going to start using my walking pad that I bought 3 months ago that I've never used. I did turn it on and that was about it. But I really am going to do that today because you guys, my clothes aren't fitting. I don't know what's going on. It's like giving cortisol, tummy. And you know what it is too? Ever since I got into real estate, I've gained like so much weight. One, because I think I'm driving all the time, not really that active. I don't have time. I'm stressed as fuck. Sometimes a good stress. Second of all, Starbucks is fueling my life. That bitch has so much calories, so much sugar. I don't even like sugar. I don't even like sweet. So I need to start packing my lunch and I need to start doing all of my, you know how much at-home gym equipment I have? So much. So anyways, one thing about me is I'm a consumer. So I will be putting those consumer goods to use. Hold me accountable, please. And if anybody wants to go to Run Club, please let me know. I went once. It smelled like BO literally like a mile away from the street. Like I parked on the street and I had to go in, I don't know, like half a mile to the mixed use center to like the track. Bitch, I could smell everybody. It's like reeks of BO. I don't know. Maybe now that it's like summer's coming to an end. But I mean, I guess in that regard too, like, you're getting your workout on and you're sweating and working out, exercise gives you endorphins and endorphins make you happy. And happy people just don't shoot their husbands. I was doom scrolling last night and over the weekend, and I've been hearing, this is just a quick little story that I think is like kind of crazy because I think this generation of moms and dads, new generation of parents are raising the new generation of kids. And quite frankly, it's terrifying. This couple, Matt and Abby, couldn't tell you the last names, couldn't tell you their handle. I don't know, doesn't matter. Point is, they went on this cruise ship and they brought their 1 and 2-year-old children, which talk about Irish twins. But anywho, they like the kids didn't like the daycare, I guess, that was like on board. So like one of the like last nights they were like, oh, we have these monitors. We're FaceTiming the monitors because then like the monitors don't reach. It's only like a certain amount of time, like of distance, and like it doesn't reach to the restaurant. So then we just ended up FaceTiming these monitors and left the fucking kids, the 1 and 2-year-old, in the damn cruise room. That's crazy. And everybody's saying, haven't you heard of Madeleine McCann? No, literally. Like, and if those who don't know, which I'm sure if you're listening to the show, I really hope that you know about Madeleine McCann. But long story short, her British parents were anyways, they were on vacation with another couple friend. And actually, I think it was like a couple trips with like a couple of them. And they left the kids in the room, not even at the resort, but I guess it was like the town because they weren't like on a resort. But even if they were, like whatever, and the dad would go every 30 minutes, and the mom would go, and then they would switch off. Well, somebody was like watching them. Long story short, stole Madeleine McCann from her bed and left the brother. I believe the older one is the brother, and then she's literally still not found. And all of that hoopla, I don't know, maybe this time last year or earlier this year, late last year, there was a thing going around of this girl claiming to be Madeleine McCann because she had the same eye thing and like the eye birthmark and different colored eyes. I don't know. I think it ended up being fake. And not that girl was, she was lost as well. Like she like really thought she was Madeleine McCann, but it ended up being not true, I believe. But how crazy is that? I don't know. I don't want to like parent shame, but like, babe, sometimes I think here's the thing too. I think we should bring shaming back. Like, you know, people have said that I'm like judgmental lately. Am I judgmental or am I just holding you accountable? That's crazy. Because first of all, I'm the least judgmental person there is. Like, I truly believe that. I've been told that lately. Maybe I've just, I don't know, came into my boundaries, came into accountability. I think a lot of people lack accountability. And I think there's a lot of people that don't tell you to your face. That's fucking crazy. And Matt and Abby, I'm telling you, that's fucking crazy. Okay? Don't do that again. Those poor kids. This was wild. So this is where I know I'm not a sports girly, but I am in my athlete era, or, well, I was trying to be. I think that was short-lived. But this is where ESPN meets coffee meets vodka, okay? And I really love this because this is for all the guys and the haters out there who watch. This one is for you. This story is for you. Shannon Sharpe was caught on IG Live over the weekend having sex with some girl named Michelle. And he initially said that his phone got hacked. And then he went on his podcast and was like, I'm just kidding. It wasn't hacked. I was so stunned. He was like, everybody was calling me. My agent was like, you're on IG Live right now. Okay. If you're getting a call, it's going to stop Instagram Live. So how are all these people texting you and calling you, but it was still going on IG Live? Then he's making merch that says something about Michelle. He's making like a merch line about it. And this has to be PR. And he said on his podcast that Cat Williams called him after it happened. He goes, well, Unc, I guess you're not gay today. And I think that's funny because I guess, I don't know. I don't really know too much about Shannon Sharpe, but I guess he is, I don't know, people think he's gay. So maybe this was like a way to prove that he wasn't. Who cares even if he was? Like, be authentic, live your life, live your truth. Like, we support you, you know? But that's crazy. How do you accidentally hop on IG Live? Like, let's see how easy it would be. Like, if I were to toss the phone, like, I can't because here I am. I'm on Instagram. Now I'm swiping. Now I'm on live. And now I have to click the button. So I have to click to make sure that it, you know, starts. I don't know. Something was fishy about that, but get it, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Oh my God. Okay. Justin Timberlake pleads guilty to his DUI and then had a lot to say after at the press conference, 3-minute long video to be exact, wearing a cardigan, mind you, wearing a little teacher cardigan with some pearls and a black shirt. Let me start over. Pearl necklace, black t-shirt, black cardigan that buttons on by your belly button. The outfit was questionable for me. And also the way that he was like, I don't know if you guys saw in there, you know, I don't know how many of you were in there, but just to reiterate, I want to reiterate my statement. Okay. And he was like, you know, a lot of you have probably followed me since I was a teen. And, you know, a lot of you have probably taken a lot of pictures of me and covered me. And, you know, I just want to say, like, I don't know, I think he said he was sorry or something. It's literally giving this is gonna ruin the world tour. Like, he loves this. He loves that he got a DUI. I don't know. And then all of a sudden he's like the voice of reason. And then he goes, kids, I don't even know if he said kids. He just said, but in my head, it was like, kids, don't drink and drive because you will get pregnant and die. Like, that's literally like what it was giving from Mean Girls, where it's like, don't have sex because you will get pregnant and die. Like, first of all, what a dark line, because like you definitely could die during pregnancy. But anywho, moving on. I just think we don't need JT, Justin Timberlake, to be the voice of reason of like the DUI. We also don't need Shannon Bedore to be the voice of reason of a DUI. He's like, you know, guys, this is what he said. He goes, you know, if you've even had just one drink, don't get behind the wheel. Is this a paid ad? What was everybody doing years ago when they were like, this is like giving Got Milk, but for alcohol? You know what I mean? It's like, what was that one commercial that all the celebrities were doing about like alcohol? And it's like, don't drink and drive. I support that message. Like, don't drink and drive. Like, let's Uber. Well, don't get me started on the Uber, since you will Uber and Lyft, ride share. I'm a woman in America. I don't know. I'm fucking petrified. But anyways, and then if you guys remember, I got chased by the cartel in Mexico for taking a fucking Uber. Petrifying. Saw my life flash before my eyes. But I don't know. I don't know. You know what needs to happen? Things need to be more affordable. Like there needs to be like truly like a nonprofit. I think I've talked about this before, but there needs to be like a nonprofit or something about like picking women up or like, I don't know, dude. Just do it out of the goodness of your heart. And I need a rich person to do that because, and I need that to be your give back and your philanthropic duty because I can't do it. I'm poor and it's really hard out there. And so I can't start this business, but I would gladly maybe partner or whatever. So let's brainstorm. Who's ever thinking like, oh yeah, I'll take that on. Like let's talk about it. Slide in the DMs, email me, coffeemeetsvodkapod@gmail.com. Let's talk about it because I just think like alcohol is it's so accessible, obviously. But you know what I do love? Oh, sorry. You know what I do love is that the sober movement that, you know, the mocktails are coming out, sober bars, Carl Redkey's soft bar, girl, don't get me started. Anyways, um, you know, this like, you know, wellness. And I really like that because I think for so long we've been in such like a depressant state. And I just think kind of this new generation of thinking. And I think we do have Gen Z to thank for that. And like, you know, they're very forward thinking and mind, body, and soul. I mean, it can be a little too much. I think the pendulum swing a little bit too much, but I do like this aspect of being, you know, just kind of really like into mental health and wellness and things like that. And I think it's really important to take care of your body. And we're realizing that, you know, alcohol obviously is not the best. So I'm really liking the sober movement. Also, did you guys know, have I talked about this before? Did you guys know that we're more poor now than they were during the Great Depression? Dave Grohl had a new baby. Dave Grohl, lead singer of the Foo Fighters, who talked shit about Taylor Swift for not singing live, had a baby outside of his marriage and children. He made a statement saying, I love my wife of, I don't know, 20 something years. Like it's been a long time. And my kids, like, I'm so sorry this happened. Like we will be healing as a family. And then it was something about like some girl posted on social media that like caught fire and that account ended up being fake. But the baby story was real because I was confused. I thought the whole story was fake. And then he like made an announcement, like, assuming, you know, or like recognizing this baby. And then it ended up being fake. But that wasn't true. Dave Grohl does have a baby outside of his marriage with someone, don't know, don't really care. And the other Instagram trying to capitalize that on it is fake. But I don't know, dude. Is that, I don't know. I don't want to be like karma. Like babies are great, but well, are they? Anyways, but I don't know. It's just like when you point a finger, you have three pointing back at you. You know what I'm saying? Like make sure your side of the street is clean, Dave Grohl. This is sad. Leah Remini is getting a divorce from her husband. I don't know his name. I apologize, but I am so bummed that their show about the Scientology is like not coming back. I think she's in so many lawsuits with the Scientology Church of Scientology that I don't think that they can like really afford to come back. I think they also sued like A&E. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm bummed, but I mean, I guess I get it. But also not really, because you know, love is kind of fleeting, and I just feel like you sign up, but then at the same time, it's like we don't want to be miserable for the rest of our lives. Like 20 years, and you got another 20. I mean, you know, I don't know. So sorry to her, but hope they're happy and can co-parent together. And one thing about me, I do love cults, as you guys know. I love Scientology. I mean, love it in the sense of like it's comedic because literally it was a quote religion that was founded based off of science fiction books in 1950s. and everybody's from a different planet, and then they all came down here as punishment. So like the real world of like where we all really are from is like stuck in the 50s, and it's like kind of George Jetson vibes. Yeah, so that's that. It was founded by L. Ron Hubbard, and now it's ran by Miscavige. What's his name? But his wife has been missing for ages. David Miscavige and his wife Shelley Miscavige has been missing for like 20 years. You know, we don't know what happened to her. I think after doing deep dives on Scientology, we have a good indication of what happened to her, but of course we don't know because it's never been proven. She's never actually even been reported missing. So that's kind of crazy. Let's get into the motherfucking hot topic bullshit. Okay, one, this is going to be quick because you know I hate Selling Sunset, but I need to talk about Selling Sunset because worst real estate reality show. And you know, the only reason why I think it got just greenlit so much is because it came out during COVID, which was such a dark time for us. So now it's like kind of nostalgic to like watch it, and it's like, oh my God, look how far we've come since like we thought the world was going to end. I don't know. I hate it. The drama's not even interesting to me. You know, I couldn't even tell you what the fuck is going on. I really couldn't. But what I can tell you is the outfits really aren't doing it for me. I love Alana. Great addition. So chic, so sophisticated, model-like. Just she looks like Miranda Kerr. I mean, she's amazing. I love to look at her. Like she just looks classy and like put together and like elegant. Whereas the other ones look like a fucking Fashion Nova ad. I'm sorry, and no shade to Fashion Nova, love you, but I'm just saying, huh? And mind you, I don't think a lot of them produce. I think Mary's the only one produces. I think Rochelle has sold like one house, and I think Chelsea has sold like one house last year. I don't know. I saw some interesting facts of facts. I don't know if they're facts. I think they are, but on some interesting information allegedly on TikTok that Chelsea is only worth $500,000 and her husband is only worth $500,000 net worth. So their combined total net worth is only $1 million hairs. I mean, that's crazy. You know what? I haven't seen her house. Where does she live? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Chelsea's pissing me off this season. I don't know. I don't know I mean, I don't know. I don't really dislike or like anybody on the show, really. I mean, Alana, I'm really liking. That's about the only one because I feel like she looks classy. Everybody else I'm like indifferent about. Like I would definitely like say hi to them in a room of people. I would be chummy with them. I would be civil. I would be cordial. But I don't have like a pool to be like, oh my God, I love this person. Or, oh my gosh, I don't like this person. Like I'm indifferent to all of them. They're all cool. Get your bag. Real estate's hard. I get it. Really, the issue that bothers me is the motherfucking outfits. I'm not even kidding. Like, looking at them exhausts me. Like, truly exhausts me. Like, I don't know how long it takes you to put on that wig of like 43 inches or even the extensions. I know most of them are wigs, but like, it's like, I just saw this one with Brie and Johnny Manziel, and like, she's wearing like a blonde wig. And I just still feel like, that like you put it on and then you have to curl it. You have to stop. I mean, that's like, oh my God. And then the outfit and then the clothes and then the nails and then the lashes. Like it just seems like a lot of work. And also on that note, Brie, the whole thing of like her talking about her relationship with Johnny Manziel, obviously set up. But the most set up part was that she left her quote keys in the Maserati or the car or whatever the fucking matte black car that he like stole, and he was like, I'm gonna go drive your car, and she's like, Jonathan Manziel, you better not. And like he literally gets in the car and like drives off. It's giving push to start is what I'm hearing. Or regardless, even if it wasn't, like, how did he get the keys? Like, you left the keys in the car, LOL, in the middle of the hills. No, you didn't. You guys were running, and then they were like cut, and then they were like give him the keys, and then they were like action, and then you're like running again. You're like, Jonathan, no, don't get in the car. Hello, tap 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 on the window. Going back to the outfits, I 100% agree with Mary and the tiny twins, even though they were very indifferent about it, I guess. About Chelsea's outfit at the broker open. Chelsea has been dressing like an academic porn star all the episodes that I've seen for the most part. And I'm personally not into that look. I don't know what's going on, and with the latex and then the ties and then the short skirts and the glasses. Like I'm not understanding it. Her ass cheeks were 1,000,000% hanging out at that Broker's Open. Like I literally saw it on TV and I said, sitting by myself, oh, her ass is hanging out. And literally 30 seconds later, Mary's like, people are saying that her outfit's inappropriate. I personally agree. Now I know Mary was in a crop top. I'm not saying that's like whatever, but like, damn, bitch, your kuka and your ass is like hanging out. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little jelly because, no, actually, I'm not jealous at all. I'm not jealous at all. And the gag is that she was like, Mary, you're jealous of my, like, also, I don't understand her accent and I never will. I don't know what part of the UK she's from or like London, but when I went, I didn't hear that accent once. That's like when I'm like, I have class and you don't. Like, that's from Parent Trap. Like, glasses, class, water, like, you know? Like we all used to practice. My voice got stuck because I was doing too much Spice Girls. And I was like, Mom, Mommy. I remember this so vividly. And my mom really didn't give a fuck per usual. But I was like, Mom, my voice. I can't. And then I'll tell you, years ago, like when I moved to LA in 2015, I changed my Siri to Australian accent and I would copy it. And so now I can't even do like a straight British one anymore. So it like gets intertwined with British and Australian. But I will say before that, it was a really good British accent, especially when I was a kid. People used to really think I was British. And needless to say, I've always been obsessed with England and, or the UK rather. England. I mean, that's where they speak British. And the Spice Girls and the Royal Family. Always Team Diana. I love it. I don't know. I don't know. So now Chelsea's husband cheated on her. We found out from Brie at the W Hotel. We're seeing the aftermath. It's so hard to get through. I think I'm only on episode 6 or something. I don't know. They're in Joshua Tree. Alana, Nicole, and Amanza is in Joshua Tree. And then that whole weird dinner scene where Nicole, that was like a fucking bit, dude. That was such a bit. Like, that was such a bit. They were like, Nicole goes, Amanza, well, I don't know. I've heard some things about Emily. And she's like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Amanza's like, yeah, don't say it. She's like, I mean, if I were to say it, though, it would be, you know, but I'm not. I'm not going to say it. No, it doesn't involve you, Alana. I mean, Mary, you know, though. Mary, you know what we're talking about. OC, remember? But Alana, we can't tell you, but, you know. I'm just saying, you know, if somebody came from my marriage or like if they were stepping out, like I would want to know, like, you know, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. Literally what Nicole was doing the whole time. I don't know if she was like trying to like obviously stir the pot or like be interesting, but that wasn't interesting. And I really, oh my God, I hate this show so much. Like there's a lot of shows that I kind of hate watch. And like this one, I really want to like blast my brains against the wall. Like it's so bad. It's just so bad. It's just so bad. Now I wouldn't mind being on it though. I'll start it in Houston. Selling Houston. I don't know. And it's like Emma's dresses are from Princess Polly. Did you see that? That everybody's ripping her online. Everybody was ripping Emma online about her dresses being from Princess Polly. I mean, I shop at Princess Polly. Like, I like it. Fashion Nova. Like, whatever. I'm all down for that. Emma's wearing club dresses to like showings and brokers opens and like they're small and she's fucking small. And you know the camera adds 10 pounds. So she looks fucking frail as shit on TV. I couldn't imagine what she looks like in person. But I just think it's crazy. It's too much. And if you guys are selling that many millions of dollars in houses, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be dressing better, in my opinion, and more classy. Okay, moving on. Our girl Doute, Kristen Doute, is engaged to Farmer Luke of Colorado. So happy for her. At 41, she's engaged and she's trying to get pregnant with Luke. I really don't know, honestly, their compatibility. Like, in my opinion, I think Luke's nice. I think I've always been team Kristen. I don't give a fuck. Okay, team Kristen and Stassi. I've always loved. I don't care. I just don't really see that he literally says that he hates LA. Sure, I think he just might be talking out of his ass. Whatever, who cares? But he literally says that he hates LA and he still lives 99% of the time in Colorado. Kristen hates Colorado and like farming and the mountains and whatnot. She wants to be in LA. So like therefore he's going to have to move to LA, but like he's like a fishing low-key guy, which I do think is what Kristen needs, but at the same time like she's so up in a tornado that I don't know. I don't know. I think it might be more of a friendship, which, hey, that's fine. Like, companionship is the best form, I feel like, of relation. But I just don't really see them super compatible. Although, don't care. So happy for our girl. Luke, if you break her heart, I'll Lorena Bobbitt your ass. You know what I mean? Ooh, maybe I'll just start saying that instead of saying cut your dick off, because apparently it like really makes guys scared. And then they really think I'm gonna do it. I mean, I might. I don't know. Don't piss me off. Anyways, that's not a threat for legal reasons, by the way. I would never do anything like that. Jax Taylor has come out and said that he has been diagnosed with PTSD and bipolar. Now, they just wrapped filming season 2 of The Valley. I think like over the weekend or like last week actually. And Lala and Sheena were there to make up for Jax, I guess, being in mental health rehab. I'm not too sure. I know he left early to come film a little bit for it, but I don't really need Lala there. Oh my God. Can I also say that bitch stole my baby name? Congratulations, Lala. She just had her second baby via a sperm donor. And she named the kid Sosa Kent. I want to kill myself because I literally thought about that the other day. I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. Apparently in Portuguese, it means saltwater. So like saltwater, ocean. I mean, that's so cute. I love that. But I'm so pissed that she stole my baby name. So I'm like, oh my God, no one's going to take this. I'm in a last name for first name phase right now. Which is also like, God, should I just name my kid Judy? Because what if I'm like, oh, let's name my kid Graham Cracker. And then all of a sudden that was like literally a phase. And now I have a kid that's with the same like, connotation and like ick on the tip of your tongue as like Briley Ann. You know what I mean? Or like, I don't know, just like Lakin. Although I like Lakin, but like whatever, okay? I don't know. Like and by the way, like my name is unique and I've always wanted a unique name for my kids. So fuck all of you influencers who really took that away from me, naming your kid fucking Tornado and like Tumbleweed and shit, because now I'm going to have to name my kid Ashley and I hate that for me. Mauricio Umansky of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, buying Beverly Hills on Netflix, and Kyle Richards' ex-husband has been sued for his COVID relief funds. Now let's read that. Mauricio Umansky sued for allegedly receiving $3.5 million in fraudulent pandemic relief loans, which I think is crazy because the market was booming as fuck here. And I know it was booming in LA. It was booming everywhere. And the fact that you're making all that money and you still had to take out a PPP loan, I don't know. Like, what's going on? Is it giving bad business? Is it MLM not working? I think the way that the agency is structured is that they open different franchises. And if you're in real estate, I think it's kind of like EXP or real estate, that where like if you bring people on, you get like percentages of their deals kind of forever type thing. It's different from like a team. I don't know. If you're not in real estate, never mind. I don't even want to talk about it because I need a brain break. Okay. Mauricio Umansky is being sued for allegedly obtaining more than $3.5 million in fraudulent pandemic relief funds. According to In Touch, Realtor LLC claimed in its July 23 complaint that Umansky, 54, and his business partner, William Billy Rose, via their luxury real estate firm, The Agency, applied for and received 2 Payroll Protection Program, PPP, and CARES Act loans totaling $3,521,153. These programs were created during COVID to prevent termination of employees providing loans of business that were unable to take care of their workers, like salaries and stuff like that. Realtor LLC alleged in its filing that the agency, which was showcased on the recently canceled Netflix show Buying Beverly Hills Sade, oh my goodness, was among the many large profitable companies that obtained their pandemic loans by, quote, misrepresenting their financial situations, claiming their businesses were eligible when they were not, or misrepresenting how the funds were being used, end quote. The lawsuit alleged that Umansky and Rose, quote, falsely certified that current economic certain you guys, I can't read. Current economic uncertainty makes this loan request necessary to support ongoing operations of the agency. In addition, the amounts applied for, received exceeded the loan amount of 2.5 monthly salary with a cap of $100,000 annual salary per employee. The complaint claimed, adding that the men, quote, later applied and received full loan forgiveness, knowing that they were ineligible for loans in the first place. In fact, the suits claimed that the firm's, quote, business grew massively during the pandemic, and it had $6 billion in sales volume in 2019, which rose to $6.5 billion in 2020 and ballooned to $11.2 billion in 2021. Wow, that's great. Realtor LLC argued in its complaint that the alleged fraudulent that the allegedly fraudulent received loans, quote, only bolstered defendants' profits. A rep for the agency denied allegations in the suit, telling Page Six, the claims in this case do not reflect the reality of our operations and financial situation at the time we filed for our PPP loans, and we intend to vigorously defend against these meritless claims. The agency has always operated with the highest level of integrity in all aspects of our business and insisted the company faced significant challenges during COVID-19 pandemic, including layoffs and cutbacks. I mean, a lot of people were getting, laid off and cut back. I just think another lawsuit for Mauricio. Wasn't he and another one recently? Or is this the same one, the 3.5 million? Maybe this might be the same one. I'm not too sure. But anyways, I do know that when you have money and you're in business, like, you get sued a lot. So, I mean, not taking too much for face value, I guess, but if they really did take out PPP loans and didn't need them, which a lot of people did, and took them out without needing them, then that's a no-no. In other Beverly Hills Housewives news, Tom Girardi has been found guilty on all 4 counts of wire fraud. Now, I know that's kind of like old news. Right when I was filming Bella Talks TV with Amanda Bella, that alert came right in saying that he was like going to trial, so we didn't get to film the update. And I just wanted to talk about that. For those who don't know, Tom Girardi was like a world renowned lawyer. He is who the movie with Julia Roberts, Aaron Brockovich, is based off of. So Aaron Brockovich, he represented Aaron Brockovich in this lawsuit against PG&E or P&G, and they were contaminating the water. I want to say I don't take this with a grain of salt because I don't know if all of these facts are super correct. So don't come for me. But he did represent her. He won all this lawsuit. It was the first time a lawyer won against a big company. Ended up becoming famous for representing plaintiffs. I think that's the right terminology, or defendants. Anyways, representing people against big companies and winning. So he had won like a couple of times against P&G, one of which too, there was a documentary on Hulu, the Housewife and the Hustler. I believe it was that one where this lady on there, I forget her name, I apologize, but her best friend's son was the one that, they were in the living room with his girlfriend, his mom, watching a show, and then he got up to go get water or popcorn or like whatever, movie, I forgot what they were doing. He got up to go to the kitchen, and there was a huge gas line that ran through their whole neighborhood, and directly in their whole house just immediately blew up and exploded. They unfortunately passed instantly. He has like burns on like 98% of his body. He has to have skin grafts for the rest of his life, surgeries, infections, breathing treatments, like medicine, just things like that. And he won the lawsuit, and Tom Girardi was supposed to put his winnings, which was millions of dollars, in this trust where he was going to get a certain amount of like stipend per month to live off of, to pay his bills, to pay his doctor bills. And these are like expensive because like insurance will only pay so much. And anyways, long story short, obviously Tom lost it all. He commingled the funds and he spent it and kind of did like a Ponzi scheme. And there's no funds for that guy or any of his other clients, the Lion Air clients, the Ethiopian plane crash clients. The Lion Air was in Indonesia, I believe, and then the Ethiopian was Ethiopian Air. I might have made that up, but he represented both of those victims as well, and like really just they were supposed to all get money and they didn't, and we don't know if it was to fuel Erica Jane's music career or just different aspects and whatever. I really, now that I've just thought about it and more information has come out and time has passed, I really don't think that she knew the extent. I don't think she knew the extent of what he was doing. I think it was also kind of one of those don't ask, don't tell situations. Also, I think Tom is crazy. And you know what? I clocked his ass. When Erica Jane and Tom went to dinner with Lisa Vanderpump and Todd, when they went to dinner with Lisa Vanderpump and Ken Todd, I just know, and he was like, she was like trying to finish a sentence or something, or like saying, like chiming in on the conversation. He goes, Erica, please, bitch, my fucking antennas went up. And I think I tweeted it and like no one was on my side. Or maybe I like was gonna tweet it and then I like looked at like, the comments from, just that episode or whatever, and no one was saying anything. So I was like, oh, maybe I misread. Sure didn't. And I wish I would have said something then, because hindsight 2020. I knew something was fucking off. He was crazy. And anyways, so now he went through a bunch of psychological tests. I think about like 2 or 3, all passed with flying colors. He was able to stay on trial and got sentenced or got found guilty for 4 counts of wire fraud, and I think sentenced to 80 years. Now he's already like 82 or something. So I guess he will die in jail. I feel so bad for the victims. I mean, that's just, it's disgusting. It's crooked. I don't know. Financial crimes are so weird to me because it's like, I think there should be like a separate sector. Like, when I went to Alcatraz and Al Capone was like almost the head of Alcatraz, because it was like financial crimes, but he really went to jail for like something very small, like tax evasion or something, for like a couple $100,000 back then or something. Obviously, everybody knew that he most likely hired hits on people and was in the mob and like all this stuff, but no one could prove it. So they got him for tax evasion. But I just think it's so weird. Like, financial crimes should be like a different part of a jail sector, because you don't need to be like interacting with murderers, right? Like, a part of me doesn't feel, I know this is going to be so controversial and this is going to be like maybe people don't agree with me. Literally, and I know, and Tom Girardi stealing millions and millions and multi-millions of dollars from victims. I mean, there's literally a place in hell for you. Like, that's disgusting. But to me, I don't think financial crimes equal the same amount of weight as murder. I mean, right? Don't you guys? I mean, that's crazy. You're literally taking a life. But sometimes you get sentenced more for financial crimes, especially if you come for the government. The government doesn't play. They're like, oh, like you'll get 10 life sentences for, stealing $2 from this gas station. It's like, good God. It's like, but meanwhile, rapists and murderers, like they just get off and, oh my God, don't get me started. Anyways, I'm glad he got what was coming for him. And I am so sick of it and it's disgusting. And also, I'm like, I know there's like a lot of housewives coming up, like a lot of premieres and whatnot, but I guess I'm kind of excited for Beverly Hills this season, actually, because I think Morgan and Kyle broke up, and maybe I don't think it'll be talked about, which I think is why they broke up, because Andy was like, you need to talk about Morgan on the show or you're off. And I guess she broke up with Morgan and is still on the show, obviously. So I'm interested to see how this season kind of plays out, and with also the Tom Girardi like guilty verdict, like it'll probably be talked about. So fingers crossed on that. J-Lo and Ben Affleck were seen over the weekend. I want to say at the Beverly Hills Hotel, meeting up with their like kids. It was like a blended lunch function. I'm not too sure why they were there. But they were there and apparently they were hugging and kissing and like being lovey-dovey. Girl, I don't know. They probably are soulmates, and aren't we all just in a toxic relationship? You know what I mean? I a part of me really does kind of hope that they work it out, or like they just kind of stay separated forever. I don't know. Like I don't really want them to get like divorced, and I really kind of want them to work it out, honestly. I don't know. But I bring that up to say is Secret Life of Mormon Sister Wives. Secret Lives of Mormons. That's the show. Secret Lives of Mormons. Zac Affleck. There's a guy on there named Zac Affleck. I think I talked about it in a previous episode. Married to Jennifer Lynn Affleck, which she says is the OG Jennifer Lynn Affleck. Anyways, word on the street is that it's come out that he's not even distantly related to Ben Affleck. Like, internet sleuths have been sleuthing, and not this girl doing genealogy reporting saying that they wouldn't even be related. The only thing they could be related to is like in the 17 fucking hundreds. Is that crazy or what? She's like, I went back so far. She's like, could be because this, but like, he's like, oh, he's my immediate family. No, he's not. I just think maybe you guys have the same last name, like Smith. Like, are all Smiths related? I mean, I know Affleck is like not a Smith. Like, that's definitely like not a common name, but it's crazy. And on that note, Zac's insane. Zac is going to medical school in New York to be a Nepo baby surgeon. His dad is a surgeon. I think his grandfather is a surgeon. Comes from a long line of surgeons. And he got into his dream school in New York and wants to pack Jen up and the kids from Utah and move to New York. Well, Jen is the one that is the breadwinner of Momtok, or she's in Momtok and is a breadwinner for her family. She's like, I don't really want to move from Utah to New York because I have my group here. I have deals here. Like, I have a good community. We all do the Momtok thing. I really want to like dive deeper into that, blah, blah, blah. And basically he literally, not even basically, he verbatim said, I don't really care what you want. Bitch, say that to my fucking face, okay? That'll be the last thing you ever say. Anyways, I really pray for Jen and I pray that she gets out of this toxic, misogynistic relationship. I do like that the girls talk about the misogyny within the church. Also, the gag is they go to Vegas and Jessie, one of the girls, signs him up for like a private Chippendale, backstage situation because Layla is now single, 22 with 2 kids and divorced, never orgasmed. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy. I feel bad for her. I hope she's getting it now. Jessie books that. Jen and Zac get into a huge fight and he like rips her a new one on text. The show captures it on TikTok. The texts are there and everybody's reading them. Like, we've paused it at the right amount of time and everybody's reading it. He's getting on her ass going to a Chippendales concert or show with her girlfriends. Meanwhile, he's gambling for 12 hours plus her money. And word on the street is allegedly that Zac's mom gave him money, like a big lump sum for law school and for them to move to New York. And I mean, not law school, sorry, medical school and for them to move to New York and, et cetera, et cetera. And he blew through that. So he was gambling Jen's money that he doesn't want her working anymore because he wants her to move her ass to New York with the kids. Babe, with what money? Like if you're not like producing content, that's your main source of income and like you're the provider. So like if you're taking that away from her, baby, you're not even going to have any money to gamble anymore. Oh my God, gambling addiction, that fucking scares me. Hell to the motherfucking no. Macy, Demi, and Jessie reign supreme. I think it's funny that Whitney the whole time was so concerned about Taylor, Frankie Paul being the queen bee. Meanwhile, Demi rise up. She's queen bee. Jessie second, in my opinion, second in command. And then Macy, I think she's a voice of reason. Also, Macy has a crazy story. I was going down a TikTok rabbit hole. Macy went to college, went to college for like athletics, became pregnant at 19, like took a year off, had the baby from athletics, went back to athletics, graduated, all these things. Also, meanwhile, when she was having her baby and she was pregnant, her the baby's father was in a car accident while they were fighting, and it's gut wrenching actually. And then I think she met her current husband either in college or right after college, and they got married. But I wish we would have heard that story. Apparently, it was filmed for the show for season 1, and they cut it. Hello, we need that. That so I hope to hear more about season 2. I think everybody should come back. I think Layla and Michaela were a little boring, but I want to hear more about Michaela's issues, her little skin issues, and I want to hear more about why Layla has never orgasmed. Like, what's going on there? Like, and why are you married and divorced at 22? Not why, obviously we know. I'm not like shaming you, but I'm just saying like there's more there, and I think she, like just watching the whole season, like you can kind of tell like she was like very sad. I also think she's like shy person, but she was very sad, and I would like to see more of her story in season 2. I need them to film ASAP because I'm salivating at the mouth. That shit was so good. Whitney, gay husband. She's going to be on episode 2 of My Husband's Not Gay. And I would like Whitney to chime in. Is your husband a part of this secret club called SAA? SSA, same sex attraction. I was watching, that show as one does, My Husband's Not Gay. I bought it for $2.99 on Amazon Prime. It's called TLC Presents, My Husband's Not Gay. Best show. Literally satire, except for it's not. Her husband, I'm sorry, has like a porn addiction. And was on dating apps, allegedly Tinder. I'm thinking something else. I'm also thinking if it was Tinder, it wasn't on the women's side. I don't know. Like, who found out that he was on Tinder and you have a porn addiction and you're on a dating app? I don't know, but I guess they are fucking because at the end of the show, she gets pregnant again and this is so disgusting. I'm literally her sister's reaction. She puts the fucking piss stick in the cake and wants everybody to eat the cake. She's like, it has a cap on it. What? That's crazy. But her husband's gay. Also, Whitney and her husband, but her husband the most, had the most hairstyle changes. I was like, who is on my screen right now? Whitney had blonde hair. He had blonde hair and a mustache. Then she had red hair. And then did he get hair plugs or like a toupee, by the way? Because like there was one point where it was shaved and it had like a little horseshoe, which it's fine. But did he get like hair plugs in between or is he wearing a toupee? Which I really think, to be honest, we should stop shaming men for toupees and we should actually bring them back because there's this girl that I watch on TikTok and Instagram. She's called the Toupee Queen. She does amazing work. I'm actually very here for it. And the guys do look 10 times hotter. And I think we should stop shaming. Like if girls can get extensions and lash extensions and whatnot, like so can men. Hair plugs are expensive. Maybe they don't have it, but it's like a man who takes care of his appearance, like I'm into. So whatever. I just want to know. I just want to know. And then I saw something about like them dancing, like recently, like another dance about like, let's see if I can do this at 23 weeks or whatever the fuck. And then the husband is like, it's not giving gay dancer. You know what I mean? It's kind of giving like gay straight man gay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was kind of weird and cringy. And then Whitney's whole story arc is that she's the villain online because she made a TikTok in poor taste when her newborn baby had RSV and was in the hospital and couldn't breathe. And she made like a dance about it. And she's like, well, Taylor Freaky Paul, her name is so fun to say actually, doesn't, it blew over with like the soft swinging stuff. Like, why can't it blow over with me? Because babe, that was an innocent baby. Like that wasn't just like soft swinging. Like that was like an innocent bebe, So I don't know. So Whitney is really like coming for Taylor trying to be like the ringleader of the group and then like gets out of the group chat. Girl, I'm telling you, this shit is so fucking good. I was salivating. And apparently they filmed the pilot episode a year before the rest of the season. And they were trying to get it picked up. I guess no one wanted to pick it up, which I think is crazy because it's all those executives not fucking online and not understanding like what the people really want, which is that. Then Taylor Frankie Paul gets arrested for domestic violence between her and Dakota. In my opinion, he has crazy eyes. He's insane. I fully support her decision to not want to marry him. But at the same time, like you already have a baby. So I guess like what's the point of like being even with him and like as quote your boyfriend if you don't want to marry him? You guys still probably have bills together. You're still probably going to have to like commingle something together, you know? And let alone like parenting styles. Like I understand you don't want to get married and divorced, but like at the end of the day, then that's just a piece of paper. Like the child is there for longer than the marriage. You know what I mean? I don't know, but she's got to work through it. Her mom toxic as fuck. I totally understand. And I feel so bad for Taylor because her mom literally was like, oh, Dakota's not answering. Tell him that you're going into labor. So she does. And then he calls her and she's like, and then the mom answers and she's like, hey, Dakota, we want to talk to you. Babe, that's crazy. And then when the mom, Leanne, which whatever, called Whitney and was like, hey, Whitney, it's Leanne, Taylor's mom. I want to know why you're not at her baby shower. If one of my friends' moms did that to me, I would be like, what? I would be so caught off guard. It's a great show. And if you don't know why this even is a show, is because of Taylor Frankie Paul and another couple that is not on the show. They were caught in a soft swinging scandal on TikTok, and Taylor was the one that kind of blew the lid off of everything. And excuse me, and like made it known. So the soft swinging, they started like making out and swapping partners. So like Taylor Frankie Paul would kiss the other husband, and then the other wife would kiss her husband, and then it went to hands, and then it also went to like them swapping wives and being intimate with each other in the same bed. So like, is that an orgy? Because I don't even really think that's like a threesome or foursome. That's like an orgy. If you guys are just hooking up in the same room, I don't know the terminology. I'm a prude. So, but I wanted to hear more about that, to be honest, because I'm a little behind on the mom TikTok and like the whole swinging scandal in general. But it's so interesting. These girls have chemistry at the ass. They're all friends. Apparently, this mom talk group, by the way, is about 20 people deep, but only 8 made the cut to be on the show. I love the cast. I don't even know if we should add more because then it's like already kind of a big cast. I'm so obsessed with it. You guys have got to watch it. I really want to get a couple, all of them, all of the girls on the show. I think that would be great. Hopefully they're open to it. I'm going to do my best. But I literally, and you guys, it's just making me feel so good. You guys are blowing my phone up about this too. Like we're just having so many discussions and I love it. Speaking of Sister Wives premiered last night. So this is apparently this, and I'm like, is this a typo? They put a disclaimer, or like not a disclaimer, they put like words or whatever, like in the beginning of the episode saying, we started filming this season March of 22 or something like that. Cody and Janelle's son Garrison passed away March 2024. But I'm like 22 to 24, that's 2 years. So I don't know what's going on there. But anyways, it opened. All of the wives are divorcing Cody except for Robin. She feels like the idiot that got left behind. Girl, I don't know. Christine and her sound bites, her confessionals, her like interviews are so fucking funny. She's like, no, I don't want to say hi to Cody and Robin because then that would mean that I'm being nice. And I'm not nice. And I love that. Yes, Aries Queen. I love Christine. She's obviously the superior wife. Janelle's a close second. And I love Janelle for a really long time. But I love them together. They should get a spinoff of like Crappy Lake or something like that. I really want them to do something. A podcast, actually, they don't need to be talking because I tell you 19 seasons and it's so repetitive, but it's fine. They need to do something like a RV camping trip and they like Simple Life. They go to different towns and whatnot or live like the Amish. I mean, I don't know. There's something there, but them two together need to like do something. It's so great. All of the names are weird for the kids. They got McKelty, they have Truly. Really, it's Christine's kids that are kind of interesting names. But they all gather for McKelty's baby Sprinkle. And Christine put me on notice for this. She said, your first baby is a baby shower, and every baby after that is a baby Sprinkle. Is that true? I didn't know that. Well, I don't have kids. We live a totally different life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there wasn't that much juice there because really the juice is just like the entirety of the season. But, they're kind of going on about like Cody's going on about Mary. Like, I never loved you for 32 years, which is so shitty. Whatever. And I don't know, there wasn't that much juice there, but I'm interested to see the rest of the season. I love it so much. I've been watching Sister Wives since like junior high. I'm not even kidding. And so can't wait to see what unfolds. And last story of the day, Dancing with the Stars announced their cast. I just saw a commercial actually this morning. What's that? Is it Meg Thee Stallion? I'm a star. Is that Meg Thee Stallion? They put that as the promo reel. Alana Mower is going to be on, which I didn't realize she was going to be on. Love her. She was, if you don't know, she's the Team USA rugby player for the women's. At the Olympics, they won. And she also is most famous for finding love at the villa, aka the Olympic Village. And I loved all those TikToks, and I think she's a great role model. They also have Pommel Horse Steve on there, the guy who won the USA Pommel Horse gymnastics thingamabob with his glasses, or maybe he didn't wear his glasses then. And then they also have Anna Delvey. She's going to be on there with her ankle monitor. And by the way, apparently she paid back everybody that she did some fraudulent against. So I don't know. And then I'm like, at that point, if she paid it back, is that giving con? Or is that just giving like a bad business decision? Speaking of con, I also heard that there was going to be a Firefest 2 that's going to be coming up in 2025, I believe. Billy McFarland is at it again. He's out of jail and at it again. And I just know I know somebody's going to go. A lot of you are going to go. And I'm going to hang back and I'm going to watch from afar. I'm not going to have FOMO, actually. I'm good. Who else is going to be on there? Phaedra. Let's see. Let's Google. 33 dancers. Okay. Phaedra. Can't wait. She's having a moment, isn't she? Oh, Joey from The Bachelor. Ilana Maher. Anna Delvey. Oh, Eric Roberts. Emma Roberts' dad. Julia Roberts' brother. Oh, Reginald Vell Johnson. You guys know who this is. He was on Family Matters. That guy. The dad on Family Matters. Oh, Tori Spelling. That'll be good for her. That'll be really good for her. She's struggling a bit. Oh, Jin Tran, the new Bachelorette. Okay, I love that. Dwight Howard. Steven Pommel Guy. Okay, I guess they didn't give me the full 33 list. Well, I'm excited to watch it. I literally Dancing with the Stars, their marketing and their PR is so good. Like they really take advantage of who is hot and popular, and whoever is in charge of casting needs a raise, and in charge of marketing, just making like ballroom dancing so hip and so fresh. I used to watch it a lot when it first came out, and then just I guess I didn't have cable for a while. But now I'm like streaming and whatever. So I watch it. I watched most of it last season too. I'm excited for this. I think the cast is going to be amazing. I don't even know who I'm rooting for because they're like some great people that I really love and like some great talent. So I'll be watching. I'll be talking about it. Probably not too in depth because at the end of the day, it is dancing. But that's all I have for you today. I'm so excited to be back. I know I took 2 weeks off. It literally just felt like an eternity. I won't do that again. There's been some adjustments and we're just moving and grooving and rolling with the punches. So I appreciate you guys following, sharing, sending me stories, sending me love, sending me feedback. I super appreciate it. Keep it coming. If you want to donate to the show, go to the link tree in the show notes. Everything that you need is there. If you want to work together, if you want to be a guest on the podcast, fill out the guest form. Feel free to DM me. Follow us at Coffee Meets Vodka on YouTube and on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere you get podcasts. And follow us on social media at coffee.meets.vodka. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.